standing on Har Gilboa, the mountain upon which Shaul and his son Yehonatan fell before the Plishtim. Behind me is the spur of Har Carmel, the mountain upon which Eliyahu Navi confronted the 450 Nevi'ei Baal. He brought down the fire from Hashem, which consumed the water of the trench around the Mizbeach, and all the people fell on their faces and said, Hashem hu Elokim, Hashem hu Elokim. The beautiful, incredible story of connection to Hashem by Eliyahu Navi. And to my left, we have Har Tabor, the mountain upon which Devorah and Barak, her husband, fought against Sisera and defeated them. And Yael, she killed Sisera in the tent peg. And those two moments of history are connected as we stand very close to each other here. Har Carmel behind me and Har Tabor just to my left, two mountains. And we sing about these mountains in Hallel. And in B'tzeis Yisrael, we sing the following. B'tzeis Yisrael mi Mitzrayim, Beis Yaakov me'am lo'ez, Ha'isa Yehuda lekodesho, Yisrael mamshilo sav, Hayam rava yanos, Hayarden yisov le'achor, Eharim rakedu chielim, Gevaos kivnei tzon, Malach hayom kisanus, Hayarden disov le'achor, Heharim tirkidu chielim, Gevaos kivnei tzon, Milifnei Adon chuli aretz, Milifnei Eloah Yaakov, Haochi atzur agam moyim, Chala mishlemayno mahayim. In this one capital of Tehillim that we say in Hallel, every Yontif, every Rosh Chodesh, we have three dimensions of Jewish history. We have Yetzias Mitzrayim, as we say, B'tzeis Yisrael mi Mitzrayim, the Jewish people left Egypt. We have Kriyas Yamsuf, Haysa Yehuda lekodesho, Hayam ra'av ayanos, Kriyas Yamsuf. And we have a third dimension, Heharim rakedu che'elim, the mountains pranced like rams. That's Matan Torah. How do we know that? How do we know that Heharim Rakadu Che'elim refers to the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai? The Medrash, in Bereshis Rabbah, Tzadi Tes 99, says as follows. Rabbi Yossi HaGlili Amar, Bisha Sheba Kodesh Baruch Hu, Litein Torah B'Sinai. At the time that Hashem wanted to give the Torah on Mount Sinai, Haya Heharim Ratzim Umedainim Eluim Elu. Mountains ran and negotiated one with the other. Echad Oimer, one of them said, Alai HaTorah Nitnes. Which mountain was that? Hara Carmel behind me. Hara Carmel said, let the Torah be given on me. Vizeh Oimer, and Har Tabor said, Alaya Torah nitenes. Let the Torah be given on me. Tavor ba mi beis elim. Tavor, which you're seeing now in your picture, came from mi beis elim. It moved, it uprooted itself, and came to the place of Sinai. The Carmel mi Aspamia, and Carmel, the mountain behind me, it uprooted itself and came from Aspania. It uplifted itself. Tavor and Carmel came to the place of Sinai and said, Hashem, give the Torah on me. The mountains moved. Amar Anini Crazy. One mountain said, Carmel said, I was called by Hashem for the Torah to be given on me. And Tavor said, Anini Crazy. I've been called by Hashem. Give the Torah on me. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Medrash goes on to say, Hashem said, Lama tiratsdun harim. What is tiratsdun? Why are you mountains prancing? The word tiratsdun is ratz vidin. Ratzim vidanim, says the Medrash. They were prancing, running and demanding, running and asking a din by justice. They wanted the Torah to be given on them. Says Hashem to the mountains, Kulchem harim, Aval kulchem gavnunim. You're all mountains, you're all beautiful mountains, but you're all blemished because you are gavnunim. L'shem shel kulchem nasa avodah zara aleichem. What is gavnunim? In the Torah, a person who is a gavnun, a kohen who is a gavnun, has a blemish. What is gavnunim? It means he has long eyebrows. A kohen who has long eyebrows is a blemished kohen and cannot be a kohen in the duchan. He cannot duchan, he cannot bless the people because his eyebrows distract the people. They may look at his eyebrows instead of the bracha from Hashem, and therefore gavnunim, long eyebrows, is a blemish. So Hashem said, you mountains, Tabor, and you, Carmel, are gavnunim. You're mountains, you're beautiful mountains, but you have eyelash, you have long eyebrows, just like the Kohanim. You're a gavnunim. Why? Because avodah zara was made upon you. Avodah zara was offered upon you. Idol worship was done upon you. How do we know that? Every high mountain in Israel, every mountain was used by the Canaanite, by the idol worshippers, to commit avodah zara. Every tree, every high mountain, every leafy tree was used for avodah zara. This country was suffused, imbibed, completely consumed with avodah zara. That's what the word Eretz Canaan means. Canaan means hachna. The Sefer HaSharashim of the Radak says, Rav Moshe Shapiro, that's all my Rebbe, that Canaan means a land of hachna. It was willing to submit itself to what? To a higher power, which they thought was a higher power, avodah zara. That's why Eretz Canaan is roi, is worthy to become Eretz HaKodesh, because it is willing to submit itself. It has an underpinning hachna, a submission to Hashem. But in the meantime, the Canaanim, the seven Amimim, the seven nations who occupied this land before the Jewish people came here, were idol worshippers. And in every mountain, Carmel and Tabor, idol worship was performed on them. And therefore Hashem said to them, you are gavnunim, you have eyebrows, long eyebrows on you, eyebrows of avodah zara. And therefore you are blemished, and the Torah cannot be given on you. Therefore Hashem said, Hahar Chamad Hashem Leshifto. There was one mountain that Hashem desired to dwell upon. And then it says, Vayered Hashem al Har Sinai. Hashem chose Har Sinai, and he descended upon Har Sinai to give the Torah to the Jewish people through Moshe Rabbeinu. What does this mean? The Eshet HaNechalim asks an important question, as we've asked many times before in different questions about inanimate objects having feelings. The Eshet HaNechalim asks the following. Inanimate objects like mountains don't have any spiritual desires. They don't desire godly matters. They don't uproot themselves. What does it mean that Carmel and Tabor uprooted themselves and wanted the Torah to be given on them? They're inanimate objects. They're domaim. There's 4 levels of life. Domaim, inanimate objects, rocks and soil and mountains. Tzomeach, plant life. Here's plant life. It's alive. Tzomeach, higher than domaim. It has life to it. Chai, animal life. And medaber, the one who sings, the one who speaks. Heharim, tigadu chelim. You and I, we are the man who speaks, the one who speaks. We are the speaker. We are the highest level of creation. And there's a higher level, according to the Kuzari. And that is Yisroel. The 5th level is Yisroel. A mission to bring Ruchnias to the world. But mountains don't move. Mountains don't have feelings. Mountains aren't spiritual. What does it mean that the mountains wanted to have the Torah given on them? It says the Eshet Nechalim, the fire of Matan Torah, the passion, the opening of the heavens, and the revealing of the constitution of life, the bris, would be the Hashem and the Jewish people at Mount Sinai, brought into the world a spiritual dimension, a spiritual fire, a spiritual desire for connection, that everything in the world, even inanimate objects, domaim, tzomeach, and chai, also yearned for that connection. They felt that connection on a spiritual micro quantum level. They spiritually experienced it on an electrons, neutrons, protons, on a quantum physical level, on a spiritual level. They experienced an idea of an outpouring of Kedusha from Shemayim, that the world was given its constitution, its purpose, its meaning, and therefore everything wanted to fulfill its purpose. And therefore the domaim, the tzomeach, the chai, all yearned to be part of that plan. And therefore on a spiritual level, They did yearn. They uprooted themselves and wanted the Torah to be given on them. It says the Eshen L'Nachalim, Ki Akol Ratzim L'Umas HaKedusha. Everything ran toward Kedusha. So therefore they all wanted to yearn for that connection. Har Tabor and Har Carmel, they're malachim. It doesn't mean that they themselves ran to Har Sinai. It means their spiritual director, their angel or their officer, their sar in Shamayim, the one who was commanded to run on the spirituality, to govern the spirituality of Har Tabor and Har Carmel. Har Tabor, Har Carmel, they were the ones that came before Hashem and said, Hashem, we want to be part of this Matan Torah, the giving of the Torah. And therefore, what does that mean? It means that the innate nature of Carmel and of Tabor yearned for Kedusha. They had an innate goodness. The electrons, the quantum spirituality underpinning Carmel and Tabor and all of existence has an innate goodness, an innate yearning toward its source. Hashem is the source. Hashem is called source, Makor. The word Ratzon, will, the gematria of Ratzon is Makor, will, the source. Our will is to reach the Makor, the source. And therefore, Carmel, it means Carmel and Tabor had an innate goodness that they wanted to be part of the Matan Torah, the plan for the universe, the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. Hashem said, but you are disqualified because Avodah Zarah was given on you. But the Avodah Zarah, and listen please carefully to an unbelievable idea. Avodah Zarah was done by the free will of the Canaanim, but it wasn't done by the free will of the internal yearning of Tabor and Carmel. Tabor and Carmel had Avodah Zarah done on them, to them, was caused upon them. The blemish was not done by themselves. Their yearning was for Kedusha. But the Canaanim and the 7 nations, they put Avodah Zarah on top of Carmel and Tabor, and therefore the blemish was superficial. What is Gavnunim? What is eyebrows? Eyebrows are not an internal blemish. It's an external blemish. It's long eyebrows. It's distracting. The Avodah Zarah was distracting, but it wasn't the essence of Tabor and Carmel. The essence of Tabor and Carmel was they wanted Kedusha. They wanted to connect with the real thing. They wanted to connect with the source. And therefore Hashem called them Gavnunim, eyebrows, long eyebrows, because the superficiality of Avodah Zarah is short-lived. And therefore he was saying, Af al pichein, even though you uprooted yourselves and you wanted to come, you cannot be chosen right now to give the Torah on you, because Avodah Zarah was given on you done on you by the Canaanim. But eventually, says the Medrash, and listen to the end of the Medrash, Af al pichein, Af Hashem yishkon levetach, that ultimately at the end of days, ba'achris yamim, Hashem, because you yearn for Hashem, the Medrash in Tehillim 36 says, that Hashem will fuse, in Achros Yamim, he will refuse together, bring together into one mountain, Har Sinai, Har Tabor, and Har Carmel behind me. And those 3 mountains will become one mountain, upon which, in Yerushalayim, the 3rd Beis HaMikdash will be built. And Hashem will build the 3rd Beis HaMikdash on Tabor, on Carmel, on Sinai, as one united mountain, the 3rd Beis HaMikdash. Because the innate goodness of Tabor, the innate yearning of Tabor, supersedes the Avodah Zarah that was done upon them. It was not their desire to do Avodah Zarah. The Canaanim did Avodah Zarah on top of them. It was a blemish, but it was a Gavnunim. It was an eyebrow superficial blemish, but not an internal intrinsic blemish. What does this mean for us? Each of us, my dear friends, is innately good. We have a Tzelem Elokim within us. Hashem breathed himself into you. Hashem breathed his essence into you. Man de nafach midilei nafach. The one who expressed breath from himself into us. We have Hashem's breath within us. We have God consciousness within us. We have to be good because we have godliness within us. We have a Tzelem Elokim within us. We have Bechira Chofshis, we have free will. That's what Tselem Elokim means. Tselem Elokim, divine image, God's image, means we have free will given to us by God, and therefore we are innately good. We are worthy. Our inner essence is good. We yearn for Kedusha. We yearn for the source. Upon us, however, upon us we have Gavnunim. Some of us have been, unfortunately, suffering from a divorced family. That was not our choice. That was not our fault. Our parents didn't get along. Something happened in our parental upbringing. Our parents got divorced, and we are suffering from that. But it was upon us. We didn't choose it. It was not your fault. Usually every child who suffers from divorce psychologically, subconsciously blames themselves for the divorce. It's not your fault. Chas v'shalom, if you were abused, physically or emotionally or otherwise, or sexually abused, chas v'shalom, that was an abuse which affected you, which hurts you, which pains you to this day. But it was upon you and not by your free will. Someone else used their free will improperly upon you. The Avodah Zarah was done on you, but it was not your free will. If you were bullied, it was not your free choice. You didn't choose it. If you were criticized by parents or other people or teachers, or hurt or hit by teachers, chas v'shalom, all of these things were Avodah Zarah done on you by other people's free will, but not your free will. Your free will is to be good, is naturally inclined toward Hashem. And therefore, it is like Avodah Zarah done on the mountains of Tabor and Carmel. Even though it hurts now, yes, we are suffering. You and I both are suffering because of upbringings which were challenging. And we were bullied and criticized and judged and hurt and put down. And sometimes physically and emotionally hurt. Yes, we're blemished, but it's a blemish of long eyebrows. It's a superficial blemish. It is a mum oiver. It shall pass, because it does not go to your essence. Your essence is good. And therefore, eventually, we will fuse. You and I will fuse with Har Sinai. Eventually, we will join. And that means now. After we become adults and after we let the inner child heal, and we heal the inner child by having the adult self heal the inner child and say, you're okay, I can take care of you. We can learn to heal that pain, that gavnunim, the long eyebrows that we suffered from someone else's abuse, and say, I am good, I am valuable, and you can heal yourself. And the only one who can heal you is you. Nobody is coming to save you. Your parents are not coming, your grandparents are not coming, your teachers are not coming, the people who bullied you are not coming. No one's going to apologize. Maybe they'll apologize, but not really. Not easily. No one's coming to save you. The only person who can save you is you. You can have a relationship with yourself, with your inner goodness. Get in touch with your inner goodness. Action your I self. This is me. My mind, my heart, and my body, they're hurting. That's me. But the I, the soul, is never damaged. It's always intact. It's always yearning for Hashem. That's pshat when it says, Im ein ani li mi li. The Mishnah in Pirkei Avos, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Yudalet says, Hillel says, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? Im ein ani li. Why are there two words for ani? Why are there two words for me? Im ein ani li. If I am not for me. What does that mean? It should say Im ein ani ani, or Im ein li li. Why are there two different words for the word I? Im ein ani means my core self. Li, me, is my mind, my heart, my actions. They're in pain. This is me, my mind, my heart, my actions. This is li. Im ein ani, if I don't access my true self, ani, my soul self, my soul state, my highest attribute, my godly attribute, and have that take care of and heal my me, my li, then who will be for me? Me li. Who will be for me? And therefore we have to access our ani, our higher self, our goodly self, our innate Tavor and Carmel self, and say, even though I'm hurt, but one day I'm going to be joining with Har Sinai, and I'll be the foundation of the third base of Mikdash. You know when that is? The time for that is now. The time to begin the healing process from our pain of our childhood, from our unfinished business from our childhood, is now. We can begin that healing by attaching ourselves, by our adult self, to heal our inner self, our inner child. That's called unfinished business from our childhood. We can heal ourselves. It's a process. It's a developmental process. You can learn how to do that. But it's our job to be able to heal ourselves. And we have to get in touch with our intrinsic value. Your intrinsic value are your best midos. Which midah is that? Is it Hashem consistency? Is it Kale leadership? Is it Rachum compassion? Is it Chanun empathy? Is it Erech Apayim patience? Is it Rav Chesed giving? Is it Chanun empathy? I'll start again. Hashem consistency. Kale leadership. Rachum compassion. Chanun empathy. Erech Apayim patience laid back. Rav Chesed giving. MS honesty integrity. No Tzer Chesed creativity. Noise avon vafesha v'chata'a forgiving, letting go of resentment, letting go of the pain. Let go of the pain. Why? Because it's only gavnunim, it's only eyebrows. It's avodah zarah and it hurts, but you can heal it. How? V'nakeh. Nakeh means resilience, bounce back. Do tshuva. Return to yourself. Return to your real self. Your real self is the essence of Tabor and the essence of Carmel. The mountains are returning to Sinai, and they will return. And Hashem promised us that Hashem will dwell upon us forever. In Achris Hayamim. The time for forever begins now. Let's begin the process of healing. Let's be the essence of Tabor, the essence of Carmel. Let's sing Hallel for ourselves and say, Hallel means I can praise Hashem for my own goodness, my own value, my own midos tovos, and be able to say, I am valuable, I am worthy, and I too am part of Hashem's plan. I am worthy of Hashem's love.